Welcome everyone to Bobbo's World Podcast featuring special guest KC Cazana, NWA
That's me.
superstar. How you doing, KC?
I'm Taco-tastic, brother. How you doing?
Taco-tastic. I like that. How's everything going?
We're doing good. Just got back from the gym. My buddy
Nice.
bailed on me having a workout. He goes, I gotta go do something. And I was like, you know what? I gotta finish this workout anyway. So
Nice. Yeah, I got to get more into it. I've been doing walks, but I got to get more into working out more.
yeah, I've been slacking a lot with the gym, but then next thing you know, it's like I gotta get abs. We just wrestled Mondo and Slade last night
Oh,
on
wow.
NWA on the Roku channel, Wrestling Central. Let me
Nice.
cheap plug. So I mean, they look like they're Greek gods. I look over here, look like Bobby Eaton, which nothing wrong with Bobby Eaton. I love old Midnight Express now, but I gotta.
Yeah, man. So you were born in Tennessee?
I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee.
How'd you like that? How was growing up there?
We I technically didn't get to grow up in Knoxville. Whenever I was born, we immediately moved to where we live now, a little small town in the countryside, where no one really like does anything. So it's very quiet and it's amazing, and I love it. And I went to been here. I've been in this same house where I live in all my life. Yeah, but they had it for about 23. Because I'm 23. We've had it for about 23 years. So we moved
Right.
down here immediately after I was born.
Nice.
So, but AJ got to live in Knoxville for about a couple of years. Like he went to elementary school in Knoxville. That's where our grandmother is, our Yaya. She lives in Knoxville with our other family up there. But I never really got to live in Knoxville. I'm one of the Knoxville outsiders. But I want to claim Knoxville. Because that's the only place people know in Tennessee. It's like Knoxville or
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yep. Yeah, that's like Massachusetts. I'm from Lynn, technically, but nobody knows what that is. So we say Boston.
Right?
Yeah. So how did you watch wrestling as a kid? How did you get into wrestling?
So like growing up, I really was like a big. There's a picture out there on my like dad's Facebook floating around of me wearing the big gold, not the real one, not the real one.
Okay.
Me wearing the boy belt, big gold with my John Cena pants, my John Cena shirt, doing the "You Can't See Me." No, I think I was probably like 3 or 4.
Nice.
And then I watched it for a little bit until middle school, whenever it became not cool. And then
Yeah.
apparently it's not cool in middle school. But then I got to high school and people found out what my dad did. Like it got around that my dad was a former wrestler, and like in this town I live in, wrestling is big. And they're
Mhm.
like, "What did your dad like? Who'd your dad wrestle?" I would say, "Well, he tagged Ric Flair one time," and they're like, "You're kidding? There ain't no shot." And I show them the picture, and they're like, "Well, okay." And then I was known for the longest time in high school because dad bought a ring about 2016, 2017. He set it up in our front yard actually because
Nice.
my brother was like trying to train at that point. My dad was training two people that one was my teacher, the other one was the SRO officer. Was training those two guys in town, and then I was known as the kid with the wrestling ring in his front yard, which is still cool. But then I got to college. I played college football at Tuscaloosa University in Greenville, Tennessee, a little D2 school, but college ball is college ball. I played there for about 3, 4 years. My head coach actually knew who my dad was when we came in for our official visit. He knew exactly who dad was. He knew exactly what he like did in WCW, WWF, NWA, Smoky Mountain. So like going up there was pretty cool because he's like your dad's famous, your dad's this, your dad's that. I was like he's just my dad. So like I don't really think of my dad like as like a legend as I should because he's just my dad. He's just pop, old man. I get to pick on him, but nobody else gets to pick on him. But then about AJ broke into wrestling in like 2020 and the pandemic, 2021 in that era. So like I got to watch about 3 years of him wrestling. And then I told dad, I was like, dude, I'm not going to go pro. Like I don't really. I want to go do something still like physical. That's still physical, but like can still show I'm an athlete. And then he was like, "Well, why don't you try wrestling?" I was like, "You know what? I'll give it a try." And I'm not gonna lie, I might have got special treatment getting into the JPWA because Dad and Dr. Tom are like this.
Yeah.
And so Dad called Doc, "Hey, my other kid wants to start wrestling. Can he be in this?" Take it. This is December. His next class is like January, like December 15th. His next class is like January the 5th.
Wow.
He's like, "Son, just be in your next class." Yeah, sure. Tell him come on. So I was able to get pushed in the January class of 2023. Graduated March 25th, 2023, and that's my first debut match, I guess you would call it, my graduation match. And been wrestling strong ever since for 2 years. Youngest NWA United States Tag Team Champion, second longest reigning of all time for the United States Tag titles, and I think we're the longest reigning tag champions in the modern era, in the Lightning One era.
Wow.
I currently have three other titles I hold, and they're all tag belts. If you go figure, I'm a tag wrestler. They're all tag belts, but then I hold the East Tennessee Heavyweight title at Smoky Mountain Pro, which is in Newport, Tennessee. And Dr. Tom was the very first one to hold that belt, which was very cool. So
It's
like,
really cool.
so I have a picture of me and Dr. Tom, the first ever, and then the former, and then the current one. Which I don't want to drop that belt. I'm not going to lose that belt anytime soon.
Yeah.
I that promise. I lost. I had to relinquish it once because I hurt my ankle. But other than that, I ain't doing it. I had to go through. Can I cuss on here? I don't want to say any bad words. I went through hell or high water to get this title back into my possession. Me and Evan Golden had probably the match of the year at the Greene County Fair 2 weeks ago. I can send it to you if you want to watch it. I have it on. I have a secret link people can watch. But I think we had match of the year. It was no DQ at the fair. We're going around all over the place. Trash cans, doors, kendo sticks. My brother got involved. Roy Stacker the third it was crazy. But it ended with the Cazana on top, like it normally does. And I've been just riding that high ever since. I'm just hanging out. I
Cool.
talk a lot because I rant.
No worries at all. And you can swear. It's YouTube. But yeah, for those that don't know, tell who your dad is and who your brother is.
So the Cazana wrestling history dates all the way back to the 30s, because that's when my great grandfather John Cazana came over to America from Greece, and I think he was wrestling for a couple years, and then in like the 50s he started promoting John Cazana Promotions in Knoxville, Tennessee. He
Okay.
ran the Howie Park Amphitheater. Dad tells me, I don't know how true it is, but Dad tells me my great grandfather put on Andre and Hogan before WrestleMania 3.
Ah.
So I don't know how accurate it is, but if that's true, that's pretty effing cool. Uh, but Dad started wrestling about in the 30s, I want to say, or not the 30s, excuse me, in like the 80s,
Mhm.
early 80s, early late 80s, somewhere in there. And Dad's wrestled for, you name a company, he's wrestled for him. He's wrestled for WCW, WWF, NWA, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, AWA, all the A's. And then AJ started wrestling in 2020, like I said, and then I started in 2023. So like AJ has been with the NWA longer than me, obviously, but he's been going for about 5 years now. I've only been wrestling for about 2. So like I got my break, right place, right time, got lucky, caught what you want. People say you're an Epo baby. Well, obviously, if I didn't have talent, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Right, exactly. Some say it's even harder if you have a name attached to you, like Cody
Right,
Rhodes or whatever.
right. It's like the bar is set a certain level for you instead of
Yeah, but that's
not.
cool. So
We're
technically,
third generation. Got to put that over. People say
yeah,
we are third generation wrestlers.
I was gonna say technically a third generation. Yeah,
Technically, arguably a fourth. I go arguably a fourth, but we're officially a third.
that's
Our
cool.
grandma, Aya, she was technically in the ticket office for wrestling for John Cazana. So I say our family's been in the business for 4 generations, but we're the third generations of wrestlers.
Wow.
That's how I
That's
put it. So I just say we're third generation, and dad will argue all day that we're third. But
that's really cool though. So what, I mean, tell me about, like we said, if you have a name attached to you, it could be even harder. What were the struggles getting into wrestling for you? Did everybody be like you said, call you the Nepo baby or whatever?
luckily, like whenever I trained, nobody really. I didn't really brag about. I don't brag about my last name.
Mm.
Like I don't brag about what was given, like God given to me.
Yep.
So like I don't do that. I'm not going to be like, look at me, look at my dad, look what I've done. But knowing like you always get a chip on your shoulder whenever you know you have famous wrestling family. Like especially when my boss Billy Corgan has John Cazana wrestling stuff in his personal collection of wrestling.
It's awesome.
So, but being a Cazana is just like to me, I took it just like another day in the office. Like I just go out there, I'm just going to go prove everybody wrong. You can call me a Nepo baby. You can call me a Nepo hire. Again, I wouldn't be there unless I have the talent to be there.
Right. Yep.
But wrestling, it's like the same thing Cody Rhodes probably has to go through is he has to live up to Dusty, which it's really hard because Dusty was an icon, like probably on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores for wrestling. And I think Cody's on his way to do that. And speaking of Cody, Dusty Rhodes called my daddy fat. I just want to let that be known.
Really?
Dad was having a tryout. I can't remember if it was like for NWA or somewhere back in the day, but he was wrestling. It was Dusty and like a few other people. Like I can't remember anybody else, but I remember Dusty. Dusty was saying, he goes, "You know, Joey, if you cut a little bit of weight, you can come wrestle for us." So
Wow.
like Dusty Rhodes called my dad fat was not like anything I'd imagine,
Wow.
but it was funny. I
That
thought I
is
laughed.
funny. It's
I
ironic.
told Dad, I said, if I ever make it to where Cody Rhodes is, or if I ever see Cody Rhodes out, I'm telling him we have beef already.
Yeah, that's interesting. Did you do independence first or did you get right into NWA?
So the way I broke into the National Wrestling Alliance when I was 6 months into wrestling.
Okay.
I was running. I still do independence today. Like Billy, like they allow us to go wrestle on the indies. It's really cool. Um, I want to say like I graduated in March. I made my debut 6 months after that. March. So what is that? April, May, June, July, August, about September, October, when I made my NWA debut, we challenged for it was the tapings right after NWA 75.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 75. Because stuff happens. I don't want to get into it.
Mhm.
But I was in the right place, right time. AJ wrestled the late, great Jax Dane that Monday. Billy was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. Out of all the people in the world, Ricky Morton saw me walk by the production room because I had to get there at a certain time because I was still ring crew.
Right.
And he was like, why don't we give his brother a shot? Why don't we see what his brother can do? And so Billy, all that Monday, asked Dr. Tom, was asking my dad, asking anybody that knew who I was, can this kid wrestle? Dad said, well, he's greener than goose shit, but he can go. And Doc goes, I trained him, so if you don't think he can go, that's a disrespect to me.
Yeah.
And so Billy gave me a shot that next day. Went from Kirk Cazana, because I was Kirk Cazana before I was KC. Went from Kirk to KC. And they're like, KC, you're wrestling today. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. What am I doing? Oh, you're tagging with your brother. Because I thought it was a dark match.
Yeah.
Thought I was getting a dark match, see what I can do. And then no, they were like, no, you're tagging with your brother against Daisy and Talos for the NWA United States Tag Team Championships.
Wow.
So my NWA debut was for the NWA tag titles, US tag belts. So like the bar was already set pretty high.
Yeah.
And I guess I did enough to impress. I'm still there. They haven't
Yeah.
fired me. I'm contracted now. I've signed the dotted line with them.
It's
So I guess
wild.
the right thing.
So you got thrown into the deep end basically.
It was literally sink or swim, kid. Let's see how you can
Yeah.
do. I I guess I should be in the Olympics for swimming.
Yeah. Yeah. And having one of the best tag team wrestlers of all time point you out, Ricky Morton, that's pretty cool too.
Right, Dr. Tom. I think Dr. Tom's up there
Yeah,
with
Dr. Tom too.
the Heavenly Bodies. Is one of the top, I think, top 5 greatest tag team of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that just Dr. Tom's in the tag team, but yeah, Ricky Morton too. Ricky, WWE Hall of Famer, NWA Hall of Famer, literally just a Hall of Famer in general.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. So now you and your brother are called the Country Gentlemen. Is that right?
Yes, the Country
Yeah.
Gentleman.
And you're part of a stable too. What are they called again?
For what?
There's other people in your group, or is it just you and your brother?
It's the Kazanas, me, Dad, and AJ.
You, Dad, and AJ. Okay.
We have
And
we
all
don't have
on NWA.
do what?
You're all on NWA.
Yeah. All right.
That-
Yes, we're all hanging out, having fun. Dad's back to where he cut his teeth.
That's cool.
Oh, it's great. It's a great family affair for us, I guess you want to say.
How you feeling about the Roku deal?
I think it's pretty cool. It just
Yeah.
means we can pay more money.
Yep.
But I think it's a great way to show that when Billy bought the NWA, people didn't think it was going to last.
Oh.
When he bought it, they didn't think it was going to make it through the pandemic. But Billy proved everybody wrong. And now we're selling not like selling out arenas that we're wrestling in for TV, for everything. And now we're on the Roku deal with Wrestling Central with Women of Wrestling. It's pretty big deal for people saying NWA was on his last leg, but now we're on a Roku channel, which everybody has. Everyone nowadays has a Roku TV,
Watch, yeah.
and so or it has a Roku device. And I think it's more eyes on us to show what we really can do and what NWA can do. I think NWA is a top 5 promotion in all of it, in all of wrestling.
I mean, you either have Amazon or Roku, so
Right? Yeah.
it's pretty good to be on Roku. Yeah, that's great. Congratulations on that for doing that. And I mean, you got, like you said, you're tag champs now, so that's awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're real represented on there.
Oh, 100%. And Dad's also the NWA territorial president. I can't forget that he is the president of the territories. So he can pull a little few strings, get us more TV time. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Who's your next? Do you know your next opponent for the tag champ?
We lost the belts to the Southern Six at
Oh,
hard
okay.
time. So, and right now, I really don't know who we're wrestling. I don't know who we're facing next. What is in my? There's something in my keyboard. What was in my keyboard? But right now, we're scheduled to be at 77, NWA 77. I don't know who we're facing, but if KFW keeps running that mouth, the NWA KFW keeps running their mouth, AJ's probably going to slap all of them.
Nice.
So it's whoever decides to step up at 77 will be there, knock them down. I would say hopefully Knox and Murdoch, but they keep ducking us. The one time we wrestled them in a tag match, they didn't even pin us.
Yeah,
They ended up pinning the Troublemakers when we wrestled them for the belts.
Yep.
So I just think they keep ducking. That's just me.
That'd be a great match.
We ran it once, but it was when I was a whippersnapper, and I had 3 matches under my belt, and they just took advantage of me. And I just like to slap Murdoch right in his face again because he slapped the shit out of me. So I want to give it right back to him.
Nice. That'd be good. Got to get that comeuppance.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Where have you been wrestling in the independents lately?
Right now, me and my brother were all over the place. He has it on his Facebook. This weekend, we're in Augusta, Georgia for Viral Pro Wrestling, and we're facing the Superstars for the Viral Pro Tag Team Championships. But right now, I wrestle mainly for Smoky Mountain Pro, which is out of Newport, Tennessee, formerly known as School of Morton. I SBCW, JCP, and NWA JCP, obviously, and wherever that wants to bring us in. Me and AJ are open to traveling. We're not there. We're not going to be like, no, we only go within a 30-mile radius. No, we're very open to traveling. We're very open to going anywhere. We've been all over the country. The farthest I think we've wrestled was California, actually. We went out there for the Grilled Cheese Festival in Sacramento, California.
Mhm.
So right now we're partnered. Me and AJ, we're celebrity ambassadors for Wrestling for a Cause out of Chattanooga,
Oh,
which
wow.
is a 1C3 charity that helps kids at Erlanger and all over the place to help them pay for like surgeries and stuff that they can't afford. So it helps them do all that. So we're the Wrestling for a Cause tag team champions.
It's amazing. That's
And
awesome.
with Wrestling for a Cause, they help us and allow us to do what we would do best. And we help them by going to the Comic Cons, the Fanboy Expos, the all that to promote them and help them become bigger. And so like they
Wow.
can help more people.
Good for you. That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, that's why I mean, I have my own nonprofit that is in honor of my sister, so I respect that. That's amazing. So, what would your so far? I mean, you've had a pretty young career, but what would your career highlights be so far? Winning the titles,
I
probably.
think the U.S. titles is up there at 76. Uh, Wrestling, Heath Slater and Rhino was up there,
Oh
and
wow,
but we beat them. Just throwing that out there. And
nice.
I challenged EC3 for the world heavyweight title when he was the champion. When I was just a year into the wrestling business, and there's a video out there. I gave him the deadliest arm drag in the world, and he tapped out 3 consecutive hits to the mat. Kevin Keenan didn't call it, but I'm just saying, I'm at tapped. I should be the youngest NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time, but we're not going to talk about it. But I think those moments mean more to me than wrestling just a pointless match. Like wrestling EC3 for the World Heavyweight title, wrestling Heath and Rhino, which is really cool, and then wrestling and winning the NWA World, not winning the NWA United States Tag Team Championships. That's really cool.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
probably top 3-4 moments in wrestling for me right now.
I mean, in your young career, to be able to.
Wrestling Santino Morella's up there too because we wrestled Santino and beat Santino.
Oh, really? Okay.
So out there, we wrestled him and he was just on NXT again.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's
Yeah,
probably
he's.
my moments for wrestling right now. Again, I've only been wrestling for 2 years. There's no telling what'll happen in the next 20.
Yeah. I mean, just getting that history and learning from Rhino, I mean, he must be an encyclopedia of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that guy's been around forever.
He's he's been around. I think he's like ageless.
Yeah.
He still looks like how he did in ECW, which is scary.
That dude's legs are like,
Oh, he's huge. The
it's
man, you don't
unreal.
man beast for nothing.
Yeah. I know. He was always one of my favorites.
Dude, he's probably one of the coolest dudes I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like so
Yeah, he's
him and Heath,
very who?
him and Heath are like the two walk up to and just bullshit with and just talk to like crazy.
Yeah, he seems very down to earth.
Oh, 100%. Heath was telling us a story about him, and he was like, he's a big fan of American Pickers,
Hmm.
Ryan, and he was like, uh, he had a booking, and he drove an hour, like on the way, like it was in the same place, I guess, where they filmed it, and like where one of the stores are, because I know they have one in Nashville, but wherever I can't remember where they filmed or where the store is, but he drove like an hour out of the way to go to the store, and then he saw, I think, Mike there. And like he flipped out over Mike, called Heath, was like, dude, this is the coolest experience I've ever had in my life. I just met this guy from American Pickers.
Funny.
That was really funny, really cool. To show that he's a fan of like the same stuff I like and the same
Yeah.
and like he's a fan of other stuff instead of just being like a big celebrity. He's
Yeah.
like just a normal guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just interviewed TJ Perkins, and he was talking about like Marvel stuff and all that, and I was like, "Oh, you're right up my alley, dude." Oh, that's cool. So now we'll go on to our lightning round, I call it. So these are
All right.
like quick questions just to get to know you better. Who's your favorite wrestler or your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers?
My favorite wrestler is now would be like Randy Orton. Yeah, I've been a big Randy fan for a hot minute. I think, I mean, whenever I was a kid, I want to be like Randy, Cena. The people I grew up was like PG era. I was a big Kofi Kingston, like New Day fan, the Bootios fan, and then I was a big Bailey fan growing up. So like crazy thing growing up, now I'm able to go maybe wrestle and meet them, which is insane. But I would say like Randy would probably be my favorite. Cena and all of them. That'd probably be like my favorites now. But like Mount Rushmore wise, you would have to put. I would put for character like different sections for character. Like in ring work would probably be. I like Randy's in ring work. I like how he does. I would probably put Randy and Cena up there as two people. Undertaker have to go up there as the greatest character of all time. And then a walking promo could be Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Who else could cut a really good promo?
Heyman.
Paul Heyman cuts one hell of a promo. Roman, whenever he gets a chance to talk, he cuts a promo, good promo. So it's like all these people can. It don't matter. Like I think the wrestling Mount Rushmore's. Oh, my hot take is I don't really like it because you can like interchange the Mount Rushmore. You can't narrow down wrestling to just four people.
Right.
You might be able to say, "Oh, John Cena's the greatest of all time with 17 world titles." Flair technically has 23. Just the
Yeah.
other of them
Yeah.
recognized. Like
Yeah, that's
my favorite.
true.
I'll end it with Randy Orton's my favorite.
I mean, talk about a big dude, Randy Orton. When he came back from his back injury, he was jacked.
Or Jack, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang,
Everybody's like, whoa.
pushing 300 pounds. Don't even
Yeah,
look like.
unreal. What would your favorite match of, well, you said what your favorite match was of yours. What would your favorite match of all time be?
Oh, that's a good question. I've always liked the any Midnight Express versus Rock and Roll Express was always a good match to watch. Any Heavenly Bodies match is always one of my favorites. Um, but I like any like growing again. I'm gonna go with me growing up. I'm young, so like I really liked the Orton and Cena matches that they had. Like their I
Mhm.
Quit matches was really good. Uh, any any match, any of their matches, honestly, Randy and Cena, even to today, any of their matches would probably be one of my favorite. Pick one, that's it.
Yeah. I always say Brett Austin when they did the double turn, and then tag team wise, I would say the first TLC because I was a
Oh,
big Hardy Boys guy.
dude, I got one of my. This is a crazy story. We were at the Fanboy Expo, and Jeff Hardy brought his family. You know, he knows we've met, we've like rubbed shoulders, but that's about it. You know, say hi, bye. But he got really connected with like one of the snakes. One of my buddies like is a snake handler, and he comes to these things, and he and his daughter got really like on the snake. They're like, I really want the snake. His daughter's like, I really want the snake. And so they ended up adopting that snake. And my buddy just delivered it to his house a
Wow,
couple like week. I was going to go, but I was busy. Like I had other stuff to do. But
that's
I was like, I
cool.
didn't want to impose on his time to hang out with them and everything. So because my time will come whenever it comes.
Yeah,
But he got to like deliver the snake to the Hardy compound, and it was just like a really cool experience for him. And he's just telling us all about it.
yeah, he would be a dream interview for me. I love Jeff Hardy. What would your favorite TV show be?
Um, growing like when I was a kid, it would be like Phineas and Ferb, like the
Mhm.
go-to show. But now it's like a Friends, a Big Bang Theory,
Nice.
any show on the background and just let it go.
Yep. That's the stuff like you can fall asleep to kind of thing. but
Oh,
it's like
100
mindless. Yeah. What would your favorite movie be?
my favorite movie. I'm a big. Where's it? I'm a big. I like the Princess Bride. I showed you all my Funko Pops earlier. I like the Princess Bride. Um, any Star Wars movie, any Indiana Jones movie. I don't really just have one favorite. So like any, I'm a big Harrison Ford fan. So like any Star Wars, any Indiana Jones, I like all those. Like I just got done playing the new Indiana Jones game that came out for my PlayStation. But it'd
Cool.
be probably my favorite Star Wars would be Episode 3.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep.
and I
Good one.
thought the cool stuff for Star Wars wasn't bad. The sequel stuff wasn't terrible. People just didn't give it the credit I think it deserved because they
Right.
were still at it like they're looking at it from the prequel standpoint and then the originals. I'm like, you got to look at it from the story. Like the story's good. Like I followed along with it. And
Yeah.
then I think my favorite Indiana Jones would be probably The Last Crusade or Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
Those two. I mean, you flip a coin. Any of those movies were good.
Yeah. I think with the new Star Wars, it's more people are really into the nostalgia of the prequels. So they don't give the new Star Wars
Oh
enough.
yeah,
Yeah. What would your favorite music be or favorite artist?
Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins. No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
I like. I told him whenever we first started wrestling, we were in St. Louis. I was like, Billy. I was like, my dad told me we were working with the Smashing Pumpkins. He was really excited, but I was like, who? I was like, I don't know who these. I don't know who those are. And he just busted out horse laughing. He thought it
Yeah.
was the funniest thing he's ever heard. I think right now I'm a big people. This is gonna be a really weird hot take. I don't listen to enough country music like I should, but I'm a big Alex Warren guy. I've been an Alex Warren fan for since he blew up, since he became famous. So like his music's always been really great in my opinion. Um, I listen to a little bit of everything. So like I don't like he's probably him like and I throw on like the girl music, throw on the Sabrina Carpenter's, Taylor Swift's of the world, and then I don't know. I listen to a lot of '80s stuff too, like a lot of '80s rock. So, but again, I'm not a guy that picks favorites. I have a genre of favorites.
Right. Yep.
So just
Um,
anything.
what would your go-to cheat meal be?
Pizza, always pizza, or like
Nice.
yeah, I'd probably
What kind of pizza?
either pepperoni, cheese, any pizza, except for like I don't like the one that gets all like the olives and like pineapple.
Mm,
I don't think pineapple should be pizza. I don't like the olives. So like a meat lover's pizza would be really good. It's a really good one or pepperoni. One of just the two basic ones. I'm a basic kind of person.
yeah. I was in Rochester, Massachusetts this weekend visiting family, and I had a meat lovers pizza. It was like so good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's always going to be great.
I downed it. What would your favorite animal be?
Probably a dog.
Okay.
I, we have a Siberian Husky. We had two of them, and one
Okay.
passed away. Uh, two Siberian Huskies. This one's all white. Her name's Nike. She's adorable. A saint.
Nice.
So I'd probably be like it'd be a husky. I like a husky or a my uncle. I used to house my uncle's two like bulldogs. He has. They had a bird dog, and the name of
Oh,
the
really?
dog was named by my like 2 year old cousin. His name is Larry Bird Dog.
Nice.
So I just like dogs. I like all kinds of dogs.
It's good. Huskies are beautiful dogs.
Yeah, they're adorable.
And so finally, what's your any social plugs or next event that you want to promote or anything?
Uh, I mean, I usually just throw all that stuff on my Instagram at KC
Okay.
Kazana KC. Twitter's Cazana KC. Although I think my Instagram's KC Cazana. Actually, it's one of the two. Who knows? You'll search it, you'll find it, you'll pull it up.
I'll put it down
But
below too.
yeah, we'll be in New York here in a couple weeks. Wrestle for NWA 77. I know they got some TV tapings in September as well. I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but I'm always posting everything on my Instagram stories. I'm not a big social media guy. I'd be surprised. I'm 23 years old, but I hate social media.
Probably a
So
good thing.
it takes 17 years to respond to somebody.
Yeah.
But Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm very basic.
Can people get involved in that charity thing that you're talking about?
I think Wrestling for a Cause is like a Facebook page at Wrestling for a Cause. W4ACC is also like another thing, is what it's called. And you can always, I think you can hit them up, donate money to them. I think they're always taking donations and everything. But me and my brother are very like grateful on the opportunities that they've given us. Like they let us go to the Fanboy Expo and represent them. And Fanboy is really hard to get on and really hard to get to. So we got lucky in everything. So like, thanks to Wrestling for a Cause, William and all of them down there in Chattanooga. Like I think that is really cool.
Go donate today. And while you're donating, go to sweetsadie.org for my nonprofit, where we give $1,500 scholarships to people with disabilities, and we raise money for research against muscular dystrophy and ALS. So check that out today. And I'll put all the information down below. And I'm Bobbo's World everywhere, I think. But I'll put that down below too. And thank you very much, Casey, for being part of this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
Yeah. And everybody go like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And we'll see you all next time. See you later.